So, now to the second leg. The first, of course, was won, to put it mildly, very convincingly indeed, by number 1 there, double world champion Dave Thorpe. Can anybody challenge him? Well, Andy Nichols, number 8, is the man who was second. But right at the end of the line, beyond number 10, Lawrence Spence, who was 5th in the first leg, is number 14, the sensation of British motocross of 1986, Rob Herring, 17 years old. His first ride today on the 250cc Yamaha, retired from the first heat, and he is one of the few men who can challenge Dave Thorpe here today. So let's hope for Herring's sake that he goes better in this second leg than he did in the first. It should be 13 laps for the 20 minutes, that's what it was in the first leg, and the weather conditions are the same as they were then, now, that is to say, absolutely perfect. The sky is clear, the sun is shining, it's just warm enough, the surface of the track is absolutely ideal. Now watch those T-piece bars in front of the riders drop into the ground. If the rider's front wheel touches one of those bars, it won't go down, so he penalises himself. The 5-second board's been given, it's any second now. Blast off! And there's 1,600 horsepower on down there. And left at the line was Chris Bode, and they go round the right-hander there. And I can tell you that Dave Thorpe, for once, is not in the lead of the first corner, and a big downer there. I wouldn't be surprised if that, well, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if that fallen rider hadn't hurt himself, but it's quite incredible. They are all up and trying to get their machines away. Typical of motocross, one of them has torn his ceiling bib, I see. So, all away, and one of them is Lawrence Spence, who was 5th in the first leg, number 10 in the background, the Irishman. So Spence's race is run, and let's have a look and see what happened. Well, off goes the Kawasaki rider there, and on the first lap, of course, there's a solid wodge of riders behind them. Number 31 there, Martin Weir, went into the fallen rider, and thankfully they all appear to be okay. And here's a surprise at the end of the first lap. Dave Thorpe is in the lead. In second place, it's Andy Nichols. In third position, it's Dave Watson, number 7. And behind Watson, number 7, in fourth position is Kevin, just let's check there. In fourth position, it's Willie Simpson is well up there. The leader, number 1, Dave Thorpe. Now let's see, because it should be, there is Dave Watson has moved up into second place. Number 8 is Andy Nichols, who is in third position. Willie Simpson, the Scotsman, is in fourth place. There is Mervyn Anstey, who's come up into 5th position. And number 17 going through is one of the two brothers, Gary Putnam. So Gary Putnam in a high position. He came here as one of the reserves. He's more than justifying his ride, and Dave Thorpe well on his way. But once again, the man to watch is Andy Nichols, number 8. There he went through, but now in second position, Dave Watson, number 7 when you see him, is on the unique KTM 350cc machine with a big W on his helmet. There is Thorpe through. Nichols is just going through in third position. There is Nichols in third position. Ahead of him, number 7, is Dave Watson on the KTM. So there is the Team Green Kawasaki, so-called for fairly obvious reasons, of Andy Nichols, who is well on target to be second overall at the end of 2 legs. Dave Thorpe will obviously be the leader overall if he finishes this race where he is. He would then have 2 points to his credit from 2 wins. This is Nichols, number 8, 5 minutes gone, 15 to go. Andy Nichols then second in the first leg. 6th in the British Championship of 1986, and the man who won the 250cc Belgian Grand Prix last year. Here's the man who's won virtually everything, Dave Thorpe. Watson, now And whoops! Off goes Willie Simpson. Big, strong, burly Willie Simpson from St Andrews, the number 6 British seed of 1987, and the multiple Scottish champion got it all wrong there. Cross-threaded in the ruts. Tries desperately to stay on, but he's perfectly all right. You see, that was a very intelligent landing of Willie's. And Dave Watson, double winner of the Western Supermare Beach Race, a spectacular in its own right, has now got Dave Thorpe very much in his sight, with number 8 Andy Nicholls in 3rd position behind him. I find it hard to believe that Thorpe is not aware of the situation. On the left, Nicholls on the 250. Team Green Kawasaki in the picture now. Dave Watson on the right, Dave Thorpe. This is the end of lap 5. Just watch the way they pick the line. You see, they keep keeping clear of the rutted stuff as far as they can. If your front wheel gets stuck in one of those, it's straight onto the depot. Down to the right-hander. Uphill. Thorpe, number 1. Watson, number 7. Nicholls, number 8. It's Honda leading, Japanese Honda leading Austrian KTM, leading 250 Japanese Kawasaki. And just for the record, in 4th position, it's Mervyn Anstey on the KTM. In 5th position, it's Mark Bennett on another KTM. In 6th position, believe it or not, Willie Simpson, and challenging for 2nd, Andy Nicholls. Andy Nicholls, 2nd in the first leg on his 250, has taken Dave Watson, moved up into 2nd place. So the first 2 are as they were in the first leg. Thorpe leading, Nicholls 2nd, Nicholls losing his 2nd place, or is he, to Dave Watson? And the answer is no. This is lap 6, just under half distance. Coming up to the tail enders, plenty of room to... Thorpe, Nicholls, Watson. Somebody on another Honda getting in the way. We're missing Dave Watson as we look across for Dave Thorpe and Andy Nicholls. Where is the Honda and the green Kawasaki? Well, there's the Honda, there's the Kawasaki, and there is no sign of number 7, Dave Watson's KTM. So it looks as though there's going to be a new 3rd place man, and it could well be Mervyn Anstey. We'll see. Wait, because the leaders have got a colossal lead. Now, there is the 2nd place man, Andy Nicholls from Reading. He's got Dave Thorpe in his sights, but Dave Watson goes through. But in 3rd position now is Dave Watson with Mervyn Anstey. In 4th position, Watson on the KTM, Anstey on the KTM. Now watch the style of the world's top motocross rider. Number 1, and appropriately so, world champion for Honda in 1986. After a tremendous tussle against his works teammate, André Malherbe, the brilliant Belgian, multiple world champion. World champion in 1986, after a similar titanic, season-long struggle against Malherbe. Thorpe has now completed 8 laps. So if he runs to form in the 2nd leg that he had in the first, number 17 out of the race there. Now that's the 2nd time he's been in trouble, because that's Gary Putman, who was well up, and that's Dave Thorpe who hit him. Dave Thorpe suddenly goes round the right-hander, and Andy Nicholls nearly hit him. Putman and number 22 there, Mark Bennett, were creating, unwittingly, a course block on the blind exit to the corner. That just shows how incredible these riders' reflexes are, because Dave Thorpe had the opportunity to move right offline and only just clip the bike, but also to wave an apologetic hand as he rode away. Well, this is it. This is the battle for second position, because Andy Nichols there is in second place, streaking away from the rider he has just lapped. In third position, it's still Mervyn Anstey. In fourth place, it's Mark Bennett on the KTM. In fifth position, it's Willie Simpson after his magnificent recovery from that fall we saw of his Honda. And Dave Watson has slipped down to sixth position. So he's obviously come off somewhere or other. And like Willie Simpson, is having to make a recovery. So it looks to me as though he's on his last lap but one now. So he should see the 1 lap to go board at the end of this lap, and that will mean that this race, like the first leg, with 20 minutes now having been completed, will be a 13-lap race under absolutely ideal weather and course conditions. Nichols has just passed me in second position, and I'm at the start and finish line. Anstey is battling now for third position with Mark Bennett, numbers 22 and 3, if you see them. Thorpe. Dave Thorpe. Last lap but one. Well, look at this. But the sensation of the meeting, to me anyway, is not Dave Thorpe, good as he has been, because, as I said earlier on, that is exactly what you expect. The sensation has been thus far 21-year-old Andy Nichols from Reading, who was a magnificent second in the first leg and looks as though he's going to be an equally magnificent second in the second leg. Dave Thorpe will probably ease up in the last lap, on the last lap of this second leg, as he did in the first. But there in the distinctive colours, the red Honda, the blue and white helmet, beloved of British enthusiasts for motocross all around the world, is, and he's now going to see it. There's the board. 1 lap to go, Dave Thorpe. Touches his goggles. Got a clear track the whole time. Now, there is a bit of a battle going on. Andy Nichols was in a pretty secure second position at the end of the previous lap, but a battle between Mervyn Anstey and number 9, Willie Simpson, is coming up for third and fourth places. There is the second place man, just going through your picture. That was Andy Nichols, and in third position now is Mervyn Anstey. Street going into the right-hander in the blue outfit is Mervyn Anstey on the KTM. Looks over his shoulder. Where's the opposition? Well, David is a long, long way back. I won't say you could get off and push home, but very soon he could, because he's into the last part of the last lap now. Over the first crest, into the dip, over the second crest, another dip, over the rise, and Dave Thorpe is within sight virtually of the checkered flag. Dave Thorpe wins the second leg as he won the first. Now we look for the green Kawasaki of Andy Nichols, number 8, the 250cc machine, finishing second in the second leg as he did in the first. Meantime, Dave Thorpe is already nonchalantly motoring through the paddock back to his support van. And there is Andy Nichols finishing second. Right behind him in the blue is number 3, Mervyn Anstey, who finishes in third place. Just behind him in fourth place is Mark Bennett, and in fifth position Dave Watson on the KTM, followed in sixth place by Mason Weir on the 500 Honda.